Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, so welcome. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're here today with Mobile Suit Gundam 0080, not 79, 80, 80. War in the pocket. There's war in my pocket? I don't see no war. I don't see no war. But apparently there is a war in the pocket. In the pocket universe, as I'm assuming, a pocket, I don't know, pocket, something pocket. You gotta pocket it. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. There is a war in the pocket. We're here with 0080. 0080. We've gone through quite a bit, actually, I would say. We've gone through 0079, of course. We have gone through Igloo. And last but not least, we went through the 08th MS team. Now we're here with War in the Pocket. War in the Pocket. Let us hop right into this one and see what it has in store for us, ladies and gentlemen, on our Gundam journey through everything, anything, and multiple things. Let us get started in 3, 2, 1. Hope you're having a fantastic day, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You probably tell how cold that is. Like, you could probably tell how cold, how freezing that is. Ice cold water. It was in the freezer like 5 minutes ago until I took it out. And now it's already super, super warm. That's kind of how it happens, I guess. Okay. So based off this, where does everyone think this started then? When this started? Early 2000s is my guess. Early 2000s is my guess. The animation is definitely more polished than the old MS team. But that could just be an increased budget. I don't actually know. Nah, maybe late 80s. Might be late 80s. A 0080 might be. Yeah. This Playboy. Okay, it has to be 80s. That already tells me 80s. Just that alone tells me 80s. And the headband, of course. We're going 80s! That's what it feels like. I'm getting DBZ vibes from this for some reason. Like the Bardock movie DBZ vibes. The abridged Bardock movie DBZ vibes. This could honestly be like late 70s, early 80s. The animation is smooth, I have to say. Where that's just... It feels like this was made right after 0079. Yeah, definitely, actually, when you look at it. A very familiar story. Zeon. A year later, the war seemingly over. Seemingly my ass. Oh, the arm just barely hanging on, like shooting. That was pretty neat, I have to say. With the arm just like barely hanging on to shoot. That's pretty cool, like, honestly. Ooh! Oh, that's smooth. Oh, that's right there, smooth grooves. Oh, he's holding him to like a shield. Andy. Yeah, these things aren't really tanking anything. Aye, stop it if you can. Okay. Okay. Come on. Fly. Fly, you fools. No? Oh, he can... Never mind. I was going to say he can tank it, but nope. Apparently not. He can't tank it. He can't tank it. Oh, that kind of saved him. He missed it. I think that might have saved him. I don't know. And that is off. It's flying off and it's going off. Yeah, oh, it's gone. It is gone. So much for Zeke Zion, eh? Yeah, to be fair though, you lot took out like 10 of them. Straight up, you lot took out like 10 of them. I would say that was a job well done, honestly. I know. How many miles to the battlefield? I mean, where on earth? Ooh, that's the opening. Let's turn it up. Sweet. I'm trying not to. I'm. Ah, 70s. It's not 80s, 70s. Shoot, what is this from? This reminds me of something. Like an era. Yeah, I think this might be 80s straight up. That bang. This is a straight up song, not an opening. Okay, I'm not gonna ruin the song. This might actually be 60s, honestly. This is the kind of music my grandparents listen to. Oh, at this point I guess my grandmother. Oh, that's a Karen. That's a Karen. That is a snitch. Snitch, 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 snitch. I would spit in her food. I wouldn't. But jeez. I would consider it, at least. War. War is war for everyone. If there is such a huge, large-scale war, it'll affect you lot too, unfortunately. Okay. A rank badge. Oh, don't tell me he's about to join. You're a little brat. Okay. What's she so pissed off about? What do you mean they don't have any mobile? What do you mean they don't have any mobile suits? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. She snitched on you. Che. Okay. Watch her have like family that's on Xeon's side. That's why she's like so adamant. Yeah, no, it's white. Should have taken a picture. Yeah, this guy. Well. Poor nuts. Teachers petting everything. Damn it. You shouldn't have said anything. You shouldn't have said shizzle. This OST is so old. You can tell just how old it is by the drums playing in the background with the I mean strings right now, granted, but piano. When I say strings, I mean the violin. Well, viola, it would have been a violin, or definitely a piano. You can definitely hear the drums. So it sounds like a symphonizer. Symphonizer. The chords building. Age 11, code number 0039295 MC. He's the main character. Okay. It says okay on the screen too. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Because the gravity. The gravitas. Gate number 7. Gate number 8. Kids. Kids. That's gotta be my commentary for this episode. Kids. Just kids. With his camera. How is he gonna be in all this? How is he gonna be tied up in all this? He's a little kid. They wouldn't force him to do anything. They're gonna think he might be like a Xeon spy or something. I would, honestly. Actually, that's more like the foot pedal. Don't run. Good thing he hit that camera. Otherwise, he would have looked majorly suspicious. I know what that is. War at it. That's cool. With the helmet, war in the pocket. Yeah, this feels so retro. This feels like the kind of war propaganda you saw during the 40s. That's kind of what it feels like. The war propaganda that you saw in the 40s, attire and everything as well. Ugh. Oof. Alright. Oh. Everything a lie. Brat. He's gonna lose it or read it. That's his father. Like, funny thing is that I grew up in a city, in cities plural, lived. I should say I lived in cities plural, where the trams were like super modern. And I went to like a very rural place last year or 2 years ago. I think it was last year. Might have been 2 years ago. And the tram was exactly how it looked there, just different color, like very basic, but it just had like a red. It was just purely in red instead of green. Yeah, that's why you don't walk with your head down. It's not your fault. Who are you? Pippi Longstocking. It's Wendy's. Hey, it's Wendy's. Christina Mackenzie. Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. To Earth. A redhead. Neato. Neato. A redhead with blue eyes. Not blue eyes. Green eyes. I was thinking blue-eyed white dragon. Green eyes. That's a fancy estate. That's a building for 10 people. 20 people you could grow up there. Get up some dry clothing. A Fetty outfit. You're not gonna give him a Fetty outfit, are you? Yeah, he's probably gonna take it though. She's gonna walk away for 5 seconds, he's gonna see the outfit and he's gonna take it or wear it or something of that sort, of course. He's a child. Look at that fancy tableware. But they're not so fancy table. I don't know. Put your pinky up while you're drinking. That's how the fancy folks do it. Absolutely delightful. Oh, this water. It tastes like a beautiful fountain that's sprung forth from Lady Ground and invigorated me with its pure and innocent taste. I don't know, alright? I'm full. You're gonna read it? No? Okay. Alright. Kid is a little bit ungrateful, but I mean he is a kid, so I understand. We have been following older protagonist so far, and he's a very younger one. And these games in the future absolutely suck. They absolutely suck. Yes, great. I could have done all of that back then as well if I had the NES with the Zapper. His mum doesn't find it awkward that he locked his door. Shoot. If I locked my door as a kid, right, like his age, like 8, 9, door would have been broken down. They would have put a boot to the door until that door. Hi, okay. Now this kid has problems. He's shooting everything but the monsters. Is he gonna be a villain? Hi. Ah, the second I start, he stops. This is not fair. That has to be the worst alarm I've heard in my life. It's as bad as my old alarm that I one day just like I was like tired of it. I threw it at the wall. It's still working, a-okay. But I threw it at the wall because I was so I just couldn't hear the sound anymore. I couldn't find a button to shut it off. It's actually right there. I see it right there. Oh, now he's stalking on Chris as well. Love interest. Mate, you're way too young. He's not very. He's not very secretive with it. She feels like an older sister to him. Leaf. It's Jerker. It says on the back, Jerker. Shoot. That's an insult. I don't know if it's an insult in America, but it's definitely an insult in the UK. Hey, Jerker. I think most people can guess why it's an insult. She stole it. Oh. 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 Exposed. Oh. Sounds. In the middle of the city! With all these. Aww. With all these kids and whatnot. Nothing and nobody is safe. This is the war on the battlefront. That's what it's called, right? War in the pocket, damn it. What? This feels like his game. With like all the buildings and the enemies right there shooting. Bang, bang. We saw Chris we saw Chris have the Federation outfit uniform, so I wonder if she's the one that's fighting against the Zakus. Look at that thing, it's just towering. Gigantic. Who's in there? Your father? Oh, okay. Just had a scene like that, okay. Al Capone. So interested. The curiosity. Curiosity kills a cat. But he's still got his camera though. Yeah. Bruce Springsteen comes to mind right now. Straight up. This music just kind of wants me to throw my hands up. And it's down. Is this where it's gonna end? No. Is he gonna see who's inside of it? I'm assuming his father, considering that we did see Chris with a Fede uniform. Otosan? No. Just the way he fell down. Great imagery. Great imagery. Yeah, it's hot. Bro, you should be careful. Kids are curious beings, though. I mean, technically, I would be a kid as well, because I'm a very curious being as well. This kid is young! Well, I would say he's about 20-ish. 18, 19, 20-ish. Same age as Chris. Mackenzie, right? That's her name. The ending. Okay, well that's an interesting first episode to a new season. I don't know whether I should watch the ending in case it has spoilers. Oh, this sounds so familiar. This sounds so familiar to a song I used to listen to on the radio all the time. I don't know why I'm getting Michael Jackson vibes right now. Doesn't sound. Does it? No. Heal the world, make it a better place. I think that's what. A happy new year. And now I'm assuming the preview for the next episode comes. So let me just close it, right? Actually, let me play like 1 second. Yeah, next episode. It actually says next episode. Good. Very different. This feels like it feels like a very in a weird way. It feels like I'm watching Legend of the Galactic Heroes right now. In a way, honestly, it feels that way for me right now. Like this kind of very distinct style, very distinct era. Just gives me, honestly, the LOTGH, the Legend of the Galactic Heroes vibes, which is very funny. Cause I think like early on I did say, well, the shows, both in space. But then obviously I saw how they different, how they were different to each other. With obviously Gundam having a much more focus on the mech aspect as well as the battle aspect, and LOTGH having a much bigger focus on the political aspect. But they both had this very distinct. Well, LOTGH had this very distinct era vibe that I haven't really had from Gundam so far, where it's like, oh, this era, like I would say probably the closest one that comes to that was like the 08 MS Team, but I wouldn't say that had a defined era vibe. I think it had more so a I just recognized more so patterns from like from an animation standpoint, from a directing standpoint, but not so much from a production standpoint. And I know that sounds kind of like that doesn't make really sense, but like this one I could tell. I'm not sure exactly which year it is. I'm not sure exactly which era it is, but I can define, from like 60s to 80s. I can define it. I look at it, I'm like, okay, it could go even further, say 40s to 80s, because you look at, as I mentioned, the halfway into the episode thing. They had the kind of war propaganda that you saw in the 40s and like advertisements in the 40s, and then you have like the music that is very reminiscent to like the 70s and 80s. Then you have the school settings. I mean, it's a bit more futuristic, of course, but like a lot of the other settings in the school, for example, are also seem to have a very. It seems to be a blend of like the old and new, of course, but I'm getting a very distinct. I want to say 70s, 80s vibe. That's what I feel I'm getting. I very much enjoyed this first episode though, but there isn't much to really talk about, I think, besides Al and Chris. Chris, obviously a Fedi soldier. My assumption is that she's going to be the Fedi soldier that, I'm calling it Fedi now, not Federation. The Fedi soldier that is in the mobile suit, and we saw the person at the end coming out of the Zaku had blonde hair. We haven't seen him before. He might be related to the girl. That's my fault. That's why she was so adamant that the Feddies, no, they don't have a mobile suit. My brother or my father is going to be absolutely safe. And I think that's why she was so like, no, that's not the case. I think that might be what it is, but I could be completely off here, of course, as I always could be. I'm just speculating, as I always do. Anyway, that was episode 1 of War in the Pocket 0080. Let me know what you all thought about this episode. I'll be seeing you all in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.